think, but I do struggle when you lot just reply on some emotional thing. It is quite frustrating to sit there and listen to it, but remove people. So if we just, broski, I need to delete half of this so I can actually speak. What's all of this? Let's actually delete. Let's keep going, because you're making it hard to thingy. There you go. That's this. We'll cover this in a sec, people. We'll cover this in a sec. We'll cover this in a sec. We'll cover this in a sec. Where is it? I'm almost forgetting. Did I actually write it? Here we go. So that's Odegaard, people. We spoke on Odegaard. Should we start deleting stuff so it just looks a bit better? Now, Aubameyang, folks. Aubameyang. Now, for me, I think he will be back. I have no allegiances to Aubameyang. I have allegiances to my football club, and just let me spray what I want to spray. I believe Aubameyang will be back. I think it's very telling. Performances make the difference, and I'll get onto it, but he's got 9 goals. Lacazette's got 11. Lacazette is the best thing since sliced bread to all Arsenal fans, myself included. Aubameyang's in the worst form ever. This is all the league, by the way, people. Again, it's about performances. We know Lacazette has more to his game. We know Lacazette's performances have been playing very well. Right now, Lacazette is the technical fit for the team. Aubameyang, I said he shouldn't have started against West Ham. He shouldn't have, and he proved why. That right wing thing was dead as well. I think you got to bring Pepe into this setup now. What I will say is that I just think there's a sense of disloyalty. Now, loyalty in football goes as far as you're playing well, but I just think, I refuse to give up on this man. He's got 9 goals. It's not like he's not scoring. Again, he needs to somehow get 20, and he'll probably need to bag 2 or so in every game to get something similar to that. But it'd be his first season where he's returning something meaty. He's carried this team, where I'm from, you don't switch up on your guys. Like, you don't. This man's carried the team. He's been a very good sign in his first iffy moments. Like I said, am I excusing him of playing poor? No. Am I excusing him of not scoring and being ineffective? And for me, I don't care speaking to Sky Sports. I just don't see, apart from Instagram, I don't hear you talk. And I'm not one of these sort of you have to slap the badge sort of fans, but I would like to hear from my gaffer people. I mean, from the captain, because the captain for me echoes the thoughts of everyone. I don't necessarily want to hear Tierney or hear Lacazette. You should be speaking for everyone. And I don't think it's true to say he just speaks when we win, but it does. I can see why fans would come with that. Like I said, I don't switch up on my guys. I think form is temporary, class is permanent. I do think he'll start scoring goals again. I do think there's more to this, though. I don't know what it is. I know there's been personal issues, just poor form, not being fed service. I just think, Aubameyang, I don't think we play to his strengths, and I just think he has no interest in staying through the middle, and he's just playing poor. What I want to see you do is go and play for Gabon, go clear your head, and then come back with some intent. With what I've said, though, once again, football is a results business. I don't care what you was doing a year ago. It's about what you're doing now. Again, you're not scoring goals now. It's not irrelevant. It's irrelevant. With Aubameyang, his general play is not as bad as people make out, but it's quite meaty. We've got Lacazette, who's not a prolific goal scorer, but can play. We've got Aubameyang, who you kind of got to double down with Aubameyang. If he scores, it's irrelevant. And it ain't happened. Like I said, he needs to be dropped. I refuse to turn my back on him, but right now, he needs to be out of the squad. And to be fair, you're not going to sell him. The best time to sell him was last year, because you had a year left. He was scoring goals. He's a shadow of his former self. He signed extended wages and he's got a new deal. And plus, he's not playing well. Who's going to touch him? So you're stuck with him. It's fickle, but the minute you start playing better, people shut the fuck up about it. Pardon my language. It's almost like this man, I've got a lot of bias to Aubameyang. I'm frustrated with him as hell, but I think he'll be back. But right now, he needs to come out the team. What I'm seeing is, I was more annoyed about Olympiacos. I don't agree with this attitude thing people are coming out with now. It's quite ridiculous, but I just don't feel you're the right fit. You're just playing bad, and this is it. Everybody's going through moments of form, and Aubameyang, this is the first time he's gone through it, really. Like I said, for me, we got to keep balance. Why is it that, and again, I don't want to make it about the players, but why is Lacazette the best thing since sliced bread? He's on 11 goals and 9 goals Aubameyang, it's all over. I think that tells you the expectations of the two. I think that tells you indirectly people like Lacazette's strengths. They don't lean on him for scoring goals, sort of thing. Like I said, Aubameyang needs to be dropped. For me, he needs to do what Pepe was saying Pepe needs to do when it weren't working. Lacazette the same, put in the hard yards. Go back to the drawing boards after training. Go do a bit more. It seems like he's stagnating. It seems like there's no push to want to improve. He seems like he needs to react, and it's all going well. It's been going well for you, Aubameyang. This is your first bit of of adversity in an Arsenal shirt from a personal point of view, I'd say, because you've always been scoring goals. For whatever reason, I don't know. Of course, the minute he stopped scoring goals, we can sit here and say, yeah, he's on the decline. It was stupid to make him sign a new deal. And a lot of people are saying it was stupid for Aubameyang to get a new deal. They're now saying Lacazette should get a new deal. Make of that what you will. Again, like I said, he hasn't been doing the business. Please don't make you think this is no young spay. I was listening to that earlier, but this is no Aubameyang apologist party. He's not doing the business. He's got 2 years left. He's 31. You're not getting no bucks for him. You're getting 40 million, 30 million, if that, with COVID tax and poor form, and you're not going to be able to sign the top striker with that. You know, really and truly, he needs to improve. But at the same time, statistics don't lie. Man's got 84 goals in 140 games. Yes, he's been on mad droughts. Look at it, it's dead. And we've cut every excuse for Aubameyang. You know, playing on the wings, playing up front, not playing to his strengths. All of these are valid, but he hasn't been putting in the shift. He hasn't. And he has had a knock and things like that. It's just been a poor season from him. He's not been a consistent goal scorer, really. But I think he'll get back to it. If he doesn't, bro, we've got a decision to make, innit? Everyone's a genius in hindsight, but we knew what we was doing with Aubameyang. Like I said, when Aubameyang signed that new deal, I said the moment he signs a new deal, you need to be scouting the next man, because every year you should be relying less and less of Aubameyang. This year it is what it is. Next year he could still be part of the team scoring goals and that, but man need to see Pepe doing something, you know, Laka, if he's there doing something, or the next man, and all the other attacking players chipping in. And then that third year, he's a marginalized figure before he leaves the club, people. He's got 9 in the Prem. You know, obviously, let's do a bit of Aubameyang propaganda and save him a bit. With all comps form, people, let's save him a bit. You know, 14 goals in 31. Bro, the man's a gunman, man. Obviously, he's a gunman, man. We're going to allow him FA Cup and all of that, you know, Community Shield tax. So we got to put that down to 13. But I'm leaving it at 31. 14 and 31. Come on, man. You got, sometimes the numbers do lie. It's about the general performance, because the general performance hasn't been up there in comparison to Lacazette. But like I said, I don't like this either raw thing. But I just find it, I don't know. I just find it funny how one's in the 2 goals separate them. One's played significantly more minutes, ironically, I think, of late. And one's in the best form of their life. One's, you know, trash. You know, I'm not saying, you know, I don't like football fans doing either or, you know. I don't, even United, just because Rashford's there, you know. I'm sure Rashford and Martial got their little beef. I don't condone that. But I just find it funny. Like, I care about Arsenal Football Club. Aubameyang right now should not be in that starting 11. Go back to basics. Let the penny drop. Don't sulk, you know, get back to business, because you're not in the lineup, you know. Forget all the way before the whole things in the lead up to Spurs and this game. I've been saying, and you guys have been saying, right now, Aubameyang isn't the right fit for the team. When he does the job, he is, people. What's going on here? I'm bugging out. I just clicked on Aubameyang again. I thought I didn't mean to do that. Meant to find Lacazette. Apologies, people. You know, Lacazette's doing his thing as well. We're going to get onto Lacazette in a sec. But listen, it's down to Aubameyang, innit? First bit of adversity, you've got to respond. And I know it's in you, because you weren't a household name as a striker. I'm sure you've dealt with doubts, people questioning your attitude. You know, I'm still going to retain faith in Aubameyang. I'm not going to drop. I think he's earned that. You know, he's not playing well. I do think you can do 2 things. You can criticize him and retain faith. When I say retain faith, that doesn't mean starting lineup. Right now, Aubameyang is super sub. Right now, you're a second half substitute. Until you can show me more, you don't deserve to be there ahead of Lacazette, because he's earned it. Pepe's earned it. Odegaard's earned it. Smith-Rowe's earned it. Saka didn't have the best of games, but historically, Saka's earned it. And even Willian, you know, I'm not Willian's biggest fan, but he's been putting in a shift, you know, of recent. We all know who Willian is. We all know Willian's not the clue, but this is it. And get back on it. You know, and I think that because it's been Aubameyang, because he's been the captain, there's been a lot of complacency. And I think fans at times can be unhealthy, because man was saying to sell Aubameyang the year before we won the FA Cup. People were saying it before that. People saying sell him for 70 million, even though there was no talk of that. So fans can be a bit illogical, a bit irrational, a bit emotional, in my humble opinion. Like, I'm not being funny. Some of you sit there and back some of these midfielders who have been here for shit years, and you're going to turn your back on one of the best strikers, if not the best out-and-out striker we've signed in the Emirates thing. Like I said, 2 things can be true. I want him to turn it around. I retain faith in you, because I think you've earned my faith because of what you've done. Same time, you're not in my starting lineup. and you need to up it, because we ain't got time to carry people. I don't care who you are. I don't want this football club to carry people. If we have to carry someone, it should be the young G's. It should be Saka and Smith Rowe and that. But they're the ones that have been consistent. And even if it's Aubameyang here, people, if it's the mistakes we made against West Ham in general, it's these experienced players that are inconsistent, making mistakes all the time. Why is it Smith Rowe gets it? Why is it Saka gets it? Why is it Tierney? Fair enough, he was poor for 45 minutes, but Tierney's been here 2 seconds, he gets it. Saka's been in the first team 2 seconds, he gets it. Gabriel's a young G, inexperienced really as well, he gets it, you know. Odegaard's been here for a couple of months. Again, another young one. Why are these young ones who are not really in August, were not key parts of the team or weren't even here? Why did they get it? Why did they define Arsenal's values more? And that's for Aubameyang and these other experienced players to fix up. Aubameyang, you're our captain. So go off to Gabon, patting yourself, you know, national pride, forgive yourselves for what's happened and come back with a new mentality. But for me, you should not be in the lineup. Obviously, if you come back and you score against Liverpool, you're a hero, but I just don't think it's been there, man. And what I'm not liking from Aubameyang, he's sulking a bit in the sense of, I don't see, he used to have that positive nature in that a chance won't come to him, but he'll go again. He seems like he's not getting into those areas. That's it for me, what's alarming for me. But I think he'll be back. But if he's not back, we deal with it. I don't care if he comes. I care if he comes back, of course. But if he doesn't come back, we sign someone else. We don't carry someone. It's down to Lacazette to prove he can keep doing this thing, because it's sad, because we've got a goal scorer who's, when he's not scoring goals, and like you've seen now, he's been carrying us and probably overperforming for large portions since he's been here. We've got Lacazette, who right now, flavor of the month, let's be real. Again, we don't know what we're getting for 38 games. We sign a new deal. He signs a new deal. We might